Greetings, beloveds, and welcome to another episode of A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Day, and I am the spiritual living coach for people in recovery who want to enjoy happy, joyous, and free, who want to live their best life. I'm the spiritual coach for people in recovery. So if that be you, if you're recovering from stress, if you're recovering from drugs, alcohol, all kinds of weapons of mass distraction, then I'm your spiritual living coach, and I am here to support you by providing spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. Welcome to another episode. Today and this month, we've been looking at living your best life. A lot of times, people in recovery think that because, oh man, I'm a dope fiend, I'm an alcoholic, or I overeat or undereat, or, I'm a sex addict, or I'm codependent, or, an Al Anon, or whatever it is. People think, oh man, I cannot live my best life because I have this thing. And what I'm here to share with you today, in particular, is that even that belief is a belief that cuts you off from your greatness. That the belief that you cannot or will not live your best life, or that it's an impossibility, like that, it's those kinds of thought patterns and belief patterns and behavior patterns that keep you cut off from source, from infinite intelligence, from that life energy that is living you fully. So what happens is that you're believing in your limited physical self instead of believing and tapping into that source of all life that is living you, that is living as you, even in this moment. So what are the beliefs that are holding you back? What are those things that keep you from fully living your best life? And when we begin to recognize those things, we can begin to like take them off, take them off, take them off, move them off, move them off. Because the truth is that you have an opportunity to come to believe that by reconnecting to source, by reconnecting to the great I am that is right where you are, that by reconnecting there, that you have an opportunity to live your best life, to live a life free from the things that have been haunting you, from the things that have been holding you back. That you begin by reconnecting, you have this opportunity to discover your life and to discover the beauty of your life, to discover the truth of your being. So, what is the truth of your being? The truth of your being is that you are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent, powerful way that life shows up, AKA that God shows up, that higher power shows up, whatever it is that you want to call that infinite indwelling presence. You are the unique way that that presence shows up in human form. And that who you are at your core is this power and this presence, and that you occupy the physical body, and that your physical body has a brain. And so who you really are is spirit. Who you really are is then, spirit, body, mind, and not mind, body, spirit, as people want to put it. Good morning, Nancy. It's so great to be with you. Yep. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day, right? So who you are at your core is spirit with this body, and the body has a mind, the body has a brain that you use. And so the idea is not to connect with your mind and to believe all the things that your mind says, because the purpose of the brain is to think, and thoughts are not necessarily facts. You might think something, but we make stuff up all the time. We're making stuff up all the time. And so the idea is actually to reconnect with spirit, that indwelling power and presence, that life force, that life energy. And to connect there is actually to like really live. That once you make that connection and once you begin to actually recognize your relationship with power, with presence, that you begin to discover all kinds of things. Now, I'm going to put it like this, kind of simply, like, a lot of times, people are like, what do you mean, like, have this relationship with spirit? Or what do you mean, So here's the thing, is like, here's my right hand. My right hand is a part of me, but I have a relationship with my right hand. My right hand and the use of my right hand, the relationship that I have with my right hand is a powerful relationship. I use my right hand and my left hand, but good morning, Mahogany. So good to have you with us. I use my right hand for so many things. My relationship with my right hand is a very powerful relationship. And when I want to grab things, when I want to write something down, when I want to adjust things, when I want to scratch an itch, when I want to fix my hair or do whatever it is, I have a relationship with my right hand. And my right hand, I use it for all sorts of things. Now, people will go, oh, yeah, well, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. My right hand is a part of me. It is part of who I am. It makes up the fullness of who I am. So now just begin to switch. So that life presence that is within you, Mahogany, Nancy, Bertha, Sunny, all of you that are watching, each of you, that power and presence that animates your body. Do you have a relationship with that power and presence like you have a relationship? Good morning, Diane. Like you have a relationship with your hand. Or do you have a stronger relationship with your hand than you do with that indwelling life presence? Now, when I'm talking about recovery, I'm talking about recovering from beliefs and behaviors that no longer serve us. Those beliefs and behaviors that keep us cut off from our infinite source. And in order to actually live life happy, joyous, and free, in order to live our best life, in order to discover the best that life has for us, we must, that's a 4-letter word, we must have a relationship with that indwelling power and presence, the spirit, that life force that animates this body. This body without life force is just a body. It's just a body, and it has all these body parts, including a brain or my mind. But the key is to have a relationship with that life force. And when I have a working relationship with that life force, that power, that presence that is within me, that is me, just like my hand is part of me, it is so powerful that when I listen and have a relationship with it, like if my pinky is hurting, I'm listening, I'm paying attention. So when I pay attention to spirit that is me, that is within me, that is everywhere, when I pay attention to that spirit and I listen and I allow it to guide me, then and only then am I able to really live my best life. When I'm in the zone, some people call it being in the zone, and to be in the zone is quite powerful. So first, I got to recognize that I have been believing and behaving in ways that are not for my highest and best, and that I have been cut off from consciousness. And then I get to come to believe that by reconnecting with consciousness, that I can thrive, that I could reestablish my life, that I can begin to live my best life. So on a daily basis, what I get to do is, like when I wake up in the morning, I'm alive. It's a great day to be alive. Today's the best day ever. I recognize now that I am who I am, and what I am is this power and presence, this indwelling spirit. And it's like, yes, I am alive. I have life. Life is in my body. And I make a decision to focus on that particular aspect of my life, and that I consciously connect with that. So it's just kind of like my GPS. I turn it on, I'm consciously connecting with my GPS, and I make it a regular thing to constantly be paying attention, listening to that GPS, that guidance system. And it is by listening to that guidance system that I can express fully, that I know what to say and when to say it, that I know when to pause, that I actually live and act upon what it is that I want to do, and that I'm living my best life. But without that connection, without me being connected, I cannot necessarily live my best life, because I'm stuck in just being this person, and I'm stuck in personhood instead of being consciously connected with the great I am that I am. I remember growing up, there was that one song. This is like, I'm only human, flesh and blood. No, I am not only human. I am spirit in the human body. I am spirit. I am the great I am occupying this. I am life itself occupying this body. And it's to that degree, which also means that it makes recovering from like drugs and alcohol and overeating, sex, food, gambling, drama, stress. It makes recovering from those things a lot easier, because now I'm tapped into a power and a presence that actually guides me towards my highest and best, and doesn't guide me towards the drink, the drug, the weapons of mass distraction. It actually drives me away from those things to my greatness. But I cannot discover that unless I'm willing to at least try, and at least admit that I've been stuck in behaviors and beliefs that no longer serve me, and that those behaviors and beliefs cut me off from source, and they cut me off from living my best life. So if you find that that's you, then what are the steps to take to begin to shift those behaviors and beliefs, right? How is it that we come to believe in disconsciousness? How is it that we take the steps to do that? Pretty big questions, right? So for me, and for many of the people that I get a chance to work with, it really is about, am I willing? Am I willing to take a look at what I've been believing and how I've been behaving to see if it works? Because, for a long time, drugs and alcohol were working. And while it's working and it's doing its thing and I'm liking it and doing it, then it's working for me. It's working for the type of life that I want to live. But when it comes to that place where we're pounding on the bar and we're asking for more, and it's after 2 o'clock, or when all of our funds have been exhausted on drugs or booze or sex or whatever it is that is that distraction from you living your best life. When you're hitting that bottom, smoking that last cigarette and saying this one's going to be that last one because my chest hurts. When the sugar and the food that you're eating are not the healthiest for you, and you continue to make choices that are not for your highest and your best, you get to have that moment where you say to yourself, there's got to be another way. And for some people, that bottom is pretty harsh. And then for other people, they see themselves on that road and they go, you know what? I don't want to get there. I could already see where I'm headed. I need to make a change now. And if that is you, and if that was you, and you're on the road to recovery and you're on the road of recovery, great. Because connecting with that indwelling power and presence is always, it's a lifetime adventure. But for those of you who are just at that point, what I want to share with you is that you're not alone, and that you can reach out for some additional loving support and some coaching to really be in that place of surrender. And this place of surrender is not a place of I surrender, I throw up the white flag and I lose. But this surrender, beloveds, is actually I surrender these old ideas, or these ideas that no longer serve me, these behaviors that no longer serve me. And I'm now ready to take on something new. If you're ready to take on something new that is actually for your highest and best, I encourage you and I invite you to my website, aspiritualremedy.com. I invite you to email me, to get a hold of me, so that I can support you in these next crucial steps. And if you're someone who's said, yeah, I'm not drinking and drugging and doing that behavior anymore, but I feel so disconnected with life, I don't have that relationship with this indwelling power and presence, I want to have a different relationship with God, with higher power, with that I am presence, aspiritualremedy.com. Go there, email me. Allow me to coach you. Allow me to walk with you. Allow me to simply show you how to use some real easy skills, tools that are going to benefit your very life. We are about living our best life. We didn't get sober or clean or drop the rock or drop anything just to live mediocrity and live in mediocrity and live mediocre lives. We have the best is yet to come. Our best life is yet to come. It is before us, not behind us. In each and every day, it is before us and not behind us. And so if you're ready to make that step, I'm ready to receive you. I am ready to walk alongside with you on this journey, not ahead of you, not behind you. I'm not going to push you. I am ready to walk alongside you so that we're on this road together. Until next week, know that you are loved and I am here for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Say